I got one question for you.
Okay, great.
Can you fight?
If anyone wants to find out, they can. I really hope they don't find out. I'm hoping that I scare them away before we actually get to physical contact. But I will try.
Okay.
I will try.
That was one of my favorite days on the internet.
Thank you.
Or it's still ongoing. It wasn't one day.
It's still, the fight never ends.
Yes.
You know? Gotta hold it down.
We appreciate our melon.
We do. We definitely do.
Well, this is an awesome night. We are in a room full of producers. What is like an underrated hidden thing that producers do that most people maybe wouldn't know about?
Well, anything that doesn't fall under anybody else's job falls to the producer. So if there is a new problem on set, or there's something going on, or there's a loud sound coming from down the street that's bothering, it's their job to figure it out. So there's a lot of I think the stereotype of producers is like removed in a room giving out money, but the actuality of it is a lot of times, especially on like independent films and stuff like that, they're right there making sure that we get through the day, that everything goes right, and that the vision is able to come to life.
Yes, we are entering Women's History Month, so who is a woman in your life that has just raised the bar for you?
Oh my gosh. In my life, my mom. I'm sure that's a lot of people's answers, but I really do have just such an incredible mom. She just was there for all of us through everything, and she's so kind and empathetic and brilliant, and all of the complicated feelings that everyone has in middle school, she was able to sort of talk us through it, and I just feel so incredibly lucky. She's such a strong, awesome, resilient lady.
I watched F1 the best way possible. I sat next to you.
You did? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did I grab your arm or anything?
Yeah, because we were going full throttle the whole time.
Good.
What does it mean to have this film be recognized and celebrated tonight?
It's really a thrill because the producers understand what it takes to get a movie made and how difficult it is. So for them to honor it is pretty cool.
What do you think your biggest secret is?
Just stick with it.
Yeah?
Keep working at it. Don't give up.
Is it true we're getting an F2?
But it won't be F2.
F1 too,
F1.
Yeah. F2 doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we're working. Aaron Kruger came up with a really good idea, and we're working it through.
What would the story be?
I can't tell you, but it's very exciting.
Something that excited you enough.
Yeah.
That's what makes.
It's really good.
Yes. What are your next few films?
I'm working with Michael Mann on Heat 2. I'm working with Will Smith on a project, Tom Cruise on a couple movies, and a UFO project that we're working on, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah. Christian Bale just revealed he's in Heat 2.
Yep. That's pretty exciting.
It's pretty exciting, yes. If you had to make a sequel for any of your movies that hasn't happened yet, is there anyone that you itch to go back to?
Look at all of them. If we can come up with good ideas, we'll try to do them.
How are we feeling tonight?
A little bit, a lot nervous. Not a little bit, a lot nervous.
Yeah. What are you nervous about?
Oh, this award is about me and what I've done, so it's a little bit more pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Kpop Demon Hunter says swept the nation, swept the globe. What is the moment like? I don't know. How do you take this moment in? Have you had the moment yet?
Tonight or just in general?
Just in general.
I did have a moment. It was actually at the beginning of the awards campaign when the sing-along came out in the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been like, it was obviously, it's been incredible. But then when we went to New York and saw the film amongst all the fans, I don't know. I was just like, I can't believe the people were acting it out in the aisles, and I just broke down and just started bawling.
I also I gotta say, when the Olympic promo came on and Golden was on it, I was like, oh my God, that's perfect.
Or even as a Dodger fan, I remember I was cooking one night and then all of a sudden I heard them playing Soda Pop on the organ, and I'm like,
yes, oh my God,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I was in the stadium and I was like, is that Kpop Demon Hunters?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so there's been many moments like that.
It's almost opening day.
I know.
So excited. Have you had time to think about any sequel talk?
No. I mean, people ask us all the time, and it's like, we're barely like keeping afloat right now. We're just trying to make it through this next few weeks and hopefully get some couch time and then get our brains back together.
Well, we are in a room full of producers tonight. What is one thing that producers do that you wish they got more credit for?
The overnight shift. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're always on call.
Yes.
I love it. I have the best job in the world, so I can't really complain. But it is 24/7 sometimes.
24/7. What has been your favorite thing about this award season?
I mean, the studio's winning.
Yep.
That's like the best thing ever. That was like my favorite show to work on. I love working with Seth and Evan, and just having like just a great sweep season.
Yes.
So proud of that show.
Absolutely. Is there, I have to ask you about the late, great Catherine O'Hara. Is there anything you want to say about your experience working with her?
Everything's true. She's a legend, like legendary. Watching the best of the best work every day, what a privilege and an honor, and just the kindest person, the biggest heart, knew everyone on the crew. Just, it was really important. It was a hard loss for everyone.
Absolutely. If you could drop everything and make any project you want, what would it be?
Any story anyone would let me tell.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm so excited for tonight. It's always such a thrill to be here.
I mean, Zootopia 2 just continuing to make headlines, break records. I mean, how do you even begin to take that in?
It's very hard. My mind, I don't often use that mind-blowing app, but I've used it more times in the last couple of months than I've ever used it, because every week it's something new that the film is accomplishing, and it's so exciting.
How has fame changed you?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm behind the camera. I like to be behind. I'm the producer, so I don't like to be in front. But it's so fun that people are actually seeing the film and having a good time seeing it.
What is an invisible behind-the-scenes factor moment that you wish people knew about?
You know what? I wish they really knew how much we live in that story room and really talk about every single detail of this film. Animation is a world that has to be designed and built because we do it all from scratch. And of course we had the world of Zootopia already created from the first film, but we had to make any new environment we go to. It's so much work from every single artist. It's really, really magical.
It's wild because I was watching it and I'm so immersed that I didn't even realize there weren't birds until I got the feather at the end.
Exactly. Well, I think that was, I've heard a lot of people that didn't realize there weren't reptiles until this film came out. And that's the hope, that people are so immersed in the story. But then, there is always that question that we leave a little hint at the end. What's, might come next.
Yes. We are entering Women's History Month. So do you have a woman in this industry that has just changed the way you view leadership?
I think there's been many women. It's like I'm always really big on building communities around me. And so, of course, the number one woman in my life is my mom, who I turn to for everything. But I was blessed with having three amazing sisters that I grew up with. And so that's kind of my core group of women who I kind of run everything through. Of course, they don't live in my work world. But in my work world, we really just build a community. And I have a very good friend who I produced Moana 2 with last year, Christina Chen, and she's really the one that I always like, okay, we got to shut the door, girl. Let's talk about this.
Let's talk. And then what fictional woman that were you, when you were younger, were just like, oh.
You know what? I had Beauty and the Beast on repeat. And really, there was just something I connected so well with Belle and her want to go somewhere else and be somewhere, not quite fitting in but wondering like, well, this is where I live, so this must be what it is, but there must be something else out there. So something about that really connected.
And tell that little girl she's making stories for Disney.
It's mind-blowing. We have a mural in our studio that kind of shows all the films, and I walk through it and I can't believe anything that I do is actually up on that wall.
What a season!
Did you watch the finale?
Yes, I did.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Yeah, we're really proud of it. It was amazing.
Do you think? I mean, is Rob the best traitor, or I don't know?
Yeah,
seriously?
He's up there.
Yeah, he's up there. I mean, he played a perfect game, right?
Yes, he
and
did.
And he had Maura and he had Eric at the end. It was amazing to watch.
Do you think everyone was just blinded by his charm, or like I'm so confused how when Candace put the bat signal out several times and no one caught it except Tara and Johnny at the end.
Yeah.
It couldn't hurt, could it? But he did also make some very strategic moves, so you can't deny that he deserved the win.
He definitely deserved it.
Yeah.
He definitely deserved it.
Definitely deserved it. My also favorite was Eric continuously, really loudly saying the wrong thing. He's like, I know who it is.
Oh, he had magic ears, magic eyesight. I know, but then when he was a traitor, he almost made it, but Rob outmaneuvered him.
Yes. So what are you thinking about? I mean, I saw like a casting announcement for next season. So what's up?
Yeah.
Are you doing regular people?
We are doing 2 seasons. So we're doing, we're obviously looking at the next Peacock season.
Okay.
And we're also doing a version for NBC, which will be with regular people as well, which we're casting for at the moment.
Okay. What are you looking for? Like, could I?
For real people, we want people to come and play the game. That's the main thing. People that will throw themselves into this murder mystery in Scotland, make strategic moves, have fun with it, yeah.
Do you know what's really exciting about a version where they're not reality stars or celebrities? Is that they'll turn up and they'll all be strangers, so no one will know anything about one another.
Yes.
So people can come in and just tell lies about who they are as well. So it's going to add like a whole new dimension to the game.
Yeah, like there won't be like Tara and Johnny, who for some reason no one knew that they've known each other.
How did no one know?
I know pretty much nothing about ice skating, and even I know Tara Levitsky and Johnny Weir.
It was quite sweet, the moment there where they kind of like came out about their friendship and like held hands around the castle.
Mouthed "I love you" to each other.
That is the romance that America needed in 2026.
Well, that and more and Rob as well.
Well,
I was like, please just like, when they were on the helicopter, I was like, this is like a bachelor date.
Yeah. And there was a moment in the kitchen where he like held her face.
Yeah.
Yes. And
then held
just
her
a
hand
great
on the way
game
down the
player,
corridor.
though.
Yeah.
It turns out.
Yeah.
he's got that charm, I gotta say. Do you have dream celebs that you would like to see? Reality stars? I need like Stassi Schroeder in there, maybe.
Who would you like to see?
Oh man, Stassi Schroeder. I would like to see. Who from the Housewives would I like to see? I don't know.
I'm really interested in exploring new universes as well. I think we've obviously, the Housewives are great. They're great social strategists.
Yeah.
We've had lots of the gamers. I'm also, and I will always welcome them to the show, but I'm really interested in expanding those universes as well and seeing who else is out there. I think next season could feel quite different.
Tonight, celebrating producers, celebrating our peers. What does that mean to you?
It's a joy to be at the PGAs. We haven't actually been nominated since the Imitation Game in 2014 or 15, so it's great to be back here with Train Dreams. Producers don't always get the recognition they deserve. They certainly can't do it alone, and this is beyond a director's medium, but it's great to celebrate so many wonderful films that scale budgets, scale themes, but hopefully leave some lasting impact on people.
Anything to add there?
No, I think, anytime you get the chance to showcase your film and just allow audiences more opportunities to go and see it, and we're incredibly proud of Train Dreams and just want to get more and more people to keep seeing it, to experience, the emotion and the authentic nature of a life that Clint so beautifully brought to life.
It's a beautiful film. Can you tell me a behind-the-scenes secret that was like really hard to make happen?
We had, I would say the biggest issue was the fact that we were shooting with natural light. Adolfo Veloso and our director, Clint Bentley, really felt strongly that in order to maximize the few number of days that we had to shoot this, they needed to have a very small footprint. And because you're not shooting with any equipment around from a gaffing standpoint, you're subject to the elements, and that also means that you're shooting in very short windows. So I would say most of the day was prepping to shoot, and then we would capture so much of what we were trying to achieve in 3 to 4 hours, and still need to give the actors time to lose themselves in the characters, to work with animals, to work with young children, to try and have continuity from a cinematography standpoint. And yeah, it was definitely a challenge, but one that I think everybody was very selfless in rolling up our sleeves and linking arms in.
Yeah, I mean, I think the secret to making sure that the actors were giving it as an authentic of a performance as possible was combined in this natural light that was designed, and making sure that the environment that they could walk through was a 360 environment. And while it was incredibly, I think, freeing for all the actors and the crew on stage, it was incredibly nerve-wracking for all of the producers, knowing that we had such vast amount of work to accomplish in such a short period of time with no backup. But thanks to a great crew and a great cast, we were able to, make our days and do so in such a way that I think just came across the screen in the way that everyone's responding to.
Every day at the end of the day, you're just like, whew, we did it. Do you have your next project lined up? Do you know what you're doing next?
We're always doing something.
That high inflection makes me. You're hiding. I don't know. You're hiding something.
Our company Black Bear produces 6 or 7 films a year. So we're in production on a film right now, shooting in London that Guy Ritchie's directing. We have another film that's lined up to be going in May. But what we're really trying to do is make sure that we're bringing into the world stories that feel like they help unlock something human in all of us at a time where we're all so disconnected or tribalistic. Like, how do we use cinema to realize that we're in this together? And so we'll constantly be on the look for that right next project that feels like it can tap into something deep within all of us.
Tell me about the look. This is your night.
Oh, I love that you're asking. So I am wearing a dress from Dress the Population. They've actually been dressing me on the red carpet, and it's very comfortable. That's my favorite thing about a dress, is it comfortable? And then the shoes, I have to tell you.
Yes.
The shoes are from Soul Bliss, which is a company that makes comfortable shoes for women. So they have like cushion, they've got like, I don't want to say orthopedic because that's not hot, but like there's an element where you're like, oh, my feet, I don't want to murder my feet off at the end of the night. So that's my look.
I love it.
Thank you. And my friend Melanie Bauer Style put it all together for me. Thank you for asking.
Yes, you look amazing. We're in a room full of producers today.
I know.
And there's a lot of women. I'm so happy to see it.
I'm trying to play it cool. Like Claire Danes was just here and Jason Ritter is to my left. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's no big deal. But I'm like, these are people that I've been watching and absorbing their TV and films for years. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
What is the thing you watched when you were younger that made you want to get into this business?
What a brilliant question. Oh my gosh, can I tell you?
You're such a delight.
No, I love you so much. These are beautiful questions. Norman Lear. One Day at a Time. I think the shows that were about family that was created within the confines of the home.
Yes.
And I think he broke the mold and created conversations around life and death and race and culture that was way ahead of its time. So I think of him, and Dying for Sex actually won a Norman Lear Award.
Oh my
so I got to meet his wife and be in the room with other people. So like those shows changed my life. All of those Norman Lear shows, yeah.
How wild is that? Winning the Norman Lear Award for...
I was standing on the stage and I was like, is this another moment where I was like, is this really happening? And he, I think he paved the way for stories like this. So when I think about what he did, it paved the way for Dying for Sex, where you talk about cancer and sex and death and friendship. I don't know if that would have happened without him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's manifest. You said you're trying not to geek out. Who do you want to work with?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Michelle Williams, who I already worked with, I have a secret crush on her.
Mm-hmm. Same.
I mean, Jenny Slate, who I've already worked with. So my dream is that like Jenny Slate just plays me over and over again. And then my other secret is that like just the biggest actresses in the world like are attached to my project. So let's manifest Regina King.
Yes.
Jane Krakowski.
We got a behind the camera guest.
Jane Krakowski, Rachel McAdams. Let's just manifest. Let's do it. And then who do you, give me one?
Why can't I think of a person? I could not be on your side because I can't. You know when like people ask me for like your favorite things, I'm like, I need a list. I need a list of like everyone who's ever.
Do you know who could play you?
Who?
Shailene Woodley.
Oh my gosh, I used to get that a lot when I was younger.
She could play you. Yeah, she's gorgeous. So
she is.
Not a bad thing. Not a bad person to play you. Yeah.
Oh my God. How's it feel to be here tonight?
Oh, it's great. Yeah, so much fun. Yeah.
Celebrating the producing.
Yeah.
What is something that producers don't get enough credit for?
Oh wow. I feel like I can speak to this very specifically because I'm a director as well, and so I like the fact that I can say that producers don't get enough credit for giving the directors what they want. I mean, honestly, like a director takes all the credit, but the producers are what are providing them with what they need. So they deserve all that credit.
Well, congratulations on the nomination.
Thank you.
Tell me, I mean, I think everyone just wants to know what it's like to get into the mind of Charlie Sheen.
Oh man, I wish I could get out. No, I'm kidding.
It's like Austin Butler. I can't shake it.
Exactly. There you go. No, it was such a rewarding experience, and honestly, like I'm so proud of him for being willing to go to the places that he did, but also just like to be able to learn what I consider to be one of Hollywood's most incredible stories in the history of Hollywood, like good, bad, everything. To be able to be front and center for that was just such a privilege.
What surprised you most about him? Like, did you have preconceived notions of being like, is he going to be mean or whatever? Yeah.
No, it's a great question. I mean, before I even knew I was going to do this, I just had in my head, I would like to know what he's like, and I didn't know anything about him. And the most surprising thing was getting to know him in a way that felt like, wow, this is a guy that's honest. He's funny. I think I knew him sober, and so that was a big thing for me. Is like I only ever have known Charlie Sheen sober. A lot of people have known him in different parts of his life, and so I think that was the most surprising thing is that like he could be my first call of the day and last call of the night, and he would pick it up every time. He was the most reliable person in my life, and that was pretty shocking.
Or do y'all still talk a lot? Or?
Oh yeah. We got really close after this, just because when you go through an experience like that with somebody who really can only do one of these in their whole life, and they decided to do it now, it brings you really close.
If you could drop everything and make like whatever you want your next product to be, unlimited budget, what would you want to make?
Wow, anything. I mean, I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing right now. I got to be honest. Like through the Charlie Sheen project, I met Heidi Fleiss, and I'm making Heidi Fleiss now, and so so it's like it always leads to something really exciting. So I'm happy.
Hello.
ScreenRant. Okay.
We're ranting. What would you like to rant about today?
You tell me. What would you like to hear me rant about?
I think producers, because we're celebrating them tonight.
Well, that's why I'm happy to be at this party.
Yes, happy to be at the party. Tell me something like underrated that producers do that the audiences maybe don't see or don't know about.
I would say the best job that a producer can do is to help his director deliver on the director's vision, assuming that he has one. Sometimes you work with directors that have actually lost their way in their vision, and then you hopefully have to sort of nudge them back to the road. Mm-hmm. Okay? But it's always really great when you have a director who really knows his vision. And I've been incredibly fortunate to work with many of those guys.
Absolutely. Is there anyone still on your list?
That I haven't worked with?
Yeah, that you would just love to?
Oh, there's a lot of guys, really.
Yeah.
There's many content creators who are visionary, and I would love to work with them.
Yes. There's a lot of uncertainty in the future of this business at the moment with AI, mergers, all these things going on. So what do you think needs to happen? Is there anything you want to say about that? And then alternatively, what's your bright light of 2026?
My what?
Your bright light.
My bright light of 2026. Well, I've got 2 movies that I'm in post-production on, so those are my bright lights at the moment.
Which ones?
Thomas Crown Affair and Roadhouse 2, the Jake Gyllenhaal sequel to the first Roadhouse. So I'm excited about both of those movies. And here's the only thing I can say about what's happening now. Mm-hmm. I've been in this business, gosh, it's getting on now close to 50 years, okay? And I've seen a lot of things happen, a lot of changes. And I am very happy that one way or another, even when we get a little bit frightened, the business has always survived. There were other times when we thought, as an example, that the theatrical experience wasn't going to hold. But guess what? It did, and has. And that's the thing that I feel is the most precious, okay, is that we have to continue to make that group experience important.
Well said. I want to ask about Roadhouse 2 really quick. What are you most looking forward to? I mean, tell me a little bit about it.
In what?
Roadhouse 2!
Oh,
I'm so excited.
I'm excited too. I'm excited about both of those movies, and we're in post-production, and Jake's really great, and Dave Bautista's really great, and Lila George is really great. So I'm very, very happy about the cast that I have, and we put together this amazing group of fighters, and I really think the movie is going to be a lot of fun, but emotionally really strong too.
Yes.
And that makes me really happy. It's not just all action.
The first one surprised me pleasantly, so I'm really excited. We are in a room celebrating your peers tonight. What does it mean to celebrate the producers? And what is something that people maybe don't know that producers do? Underappreciated thing.
I mean, we were just saying, it's paying attention to real stories that you're around you. This was Nonnas is about a local restaurant in our neighborhood where I live, and the entire story was born out of that. This is real life becoming a movie, and that's part of what a producer does, is look for these stories, pull them in, obtain the rights, and work with collaborators who can make this happen.
Local politics.
Yes.
Really, when you're shooting,
the red tape.
Yeah, the red tape, the local politics is something that people probably don't think that much about. But just to reiterate what Jack was saying is, we're just lucky to find other producers that we love who also embrace the same story, and then found an audience who embraced it as well. So.
And really, truly, like, as it relates to the producerial role, it's like finding the writer-director team is such a big decision for any project, and in this case, it's like couldn't have gone any better, and that's really knowing that you have those types of collaborators that can bring a story to life is like, it's truly take as much time as you can with that decision, because it needs to be the right one.
You guys have been lovely to us.
Oh my God. I have to say, The Perfect Neighbor is one of the most impactful documentaries I've ever watched in my life. Oh my God. I sobbed my eyes out. How are you just feeling about the reception that this documentary has received?
I mean, we're thrilled. You can imagine that if you make a small film independently and you sell it to Netflix, and then you find out that it's #1 in how many countries, and then you see all of the critics, including ScreenRant, that says that it's such a great film, and you hear that people want to take more steps. You see that parents are posting TikToks showing their children playing outside. It means that you're making an impact, and that's all we want to do, right? When you make a film like this, that's so personal because we know the family, all we wanted to do was effectuate change, and it feels like it's getting done. So we're through the moon, right? Happy.
Oh, that's great.
And no, I would just say too, this was a film born of sorrow. It was a film that was made out of distress and grief, and I think for the world to embrace it at the level that it has been embraced is so meaningful to us, because it means our sorrow is shared and people see us. And oftentimes it feels, particularly for people of color and in this country right now at this moment, that our suffering, our pain, our grief is not seen. And to be seen on a global level, again, is very heartening.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, was it immediate, did it take off immediately, or was it word of mouth after a little bit of time?
You mean the when it aired on Netflix?
Yeah.
Immediately. So we were #1 immediately in 40 countries, and for about a week. And we were pinching ourselves because we're, like Geeta said, sometimes you think that people won't share in the pain of people of color, but it was in Czechoslovakia, the UK, and all these other European countries that we were like, wait, what? We couldn't believe it for the family who lost their loved one. It just means the world to them. One of the last things Aja Owens told her mother Pamela, because she wanted to be an entrepreneur and she was a young person with great dreams, was, Mom, you wait, one day the world is going to know my name.
premiering and having that big of a splash of a premiere means that people are knowing her name. And we are so thankful and grateful for that.
And what has it meant? I mean, you kind of touched on this, but to share all of this with the family.
So the family has been incredibly supportive, particularly Ajika's mother, Pamela Dias. She is the bravest person we collectively know. She's always wanted her daughter's legacy to mean something. She feels she doesn't want her daughter's death to have been in vain. She doesn't want other families to suffer. She started an impact campaign, standinginthe.gap.fund.org, along with Takima Robinson, my sister-in-law, and they are trying to effectuate change so people can go to that URL for more information on how to get involved into health.
Looking ahead, what is the next step? Is there another doc you want to make that you're looking at?
I mean, people always ask us. Right now, we're just on the road to the Oscar. That's the biggest platform that you could ever have, and we just want to keep putting this story out and get it more platforms so that hopefully we could eradicate stand your ground. There's no need to have a policy that says that you don't need to retreat if you're quote-unquote scared.
We are celebrating producers tonight.
We are.
What is a hidden talent of the producer that you wish more people knew about?
Well, a producer is such an undefined, it's such a mysterious thing. Everyone kind of knows what a writer's supposed to do and a director. A producer, and there are very different types of producers. There are many producers on screen that didn't do anything, but I think what I do is you kind of have to be, I help people find their strengths and I protect them against their weaknesses. So you have to be a diplomat, you have to be the father figure, you have to be the negotiator, and you have to be the hammer. And then you also have to steer. I mean, I'm a showrunner, which is really you're kind of the band leader. You put the band together and you hope that you can make music.
How are we feeling tonight? We're celebrating producers, celebrating our peers. How are we feeling?
Very, very good. We're so honored to be nominated among all this incredible work. So, yeah. How can we not be happy?
Yes. How did you celebrate when you found out? I mean, PGA nomination, Oscar nomination. What were you doing in both of them?
BAFTA win.
And a BAFTA win. What?
We won it.
Hello. I mean, how do you describe this kind of sweet moment?
I think there was a series of moments. So we have been, just working so hard for the last 6 months to get this far. So, yeah, of course. I mean, there's not like a huge celebration with this, but of course the champagne was popping when we heard about the Oscar nomination, and yeah.
Yes. I like this setup.
Yeah, because I'm actually tired.
It's like award season. We're trucking along. We're almost there.
We're almost
jet lag
there.
from the BAFTAs.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's a secret about this documentary that people watching wouldn't know? The producers had to push it through.
The biggest secret.
The biggest secret.
That's a great
The biggest
question.
secret is that it was actually a secret for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Because what we did was, so much undercover. And Pasha, who's actually filming us right now,
It's Mr.
behind
Nobody.
you, that's Mr. Nobody against Putin. Yeah. So he was a secret for a long, long, long time because of the security of doing this film. So.
Well, here's the best story about that is that when we submitted this project for funding from the Danish Film Institute, the security around this was so intense that we couldn't even put the footage and the trailer that we had made online. So we put it on a flash drive, and inside the offices of the Danish Film Institute, they hid it in a potted plant. So it was hiding in a potted plant for months.
Oh my God. That probably kind of feels cool.
And the Czech Film Fund, there was one, the chairwoman of the fund, she said, well, I have no idea what kind of film you are making, but at least you will save one person from Russia, so it's fine, we'll give you the money. So.
Yes, love that.